Hello, and welcome to today's Speaky Card reading. Today's topic is what is the gossip about your latest glow up? And for that, as usual, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. And, guys, before we start, if you like my content, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Hello, Pile One. Let's see what is the gossip about your latest glow up. Okay, clover leaf and the dog. All right. Firstly, right off the bat, what I'm seeing is, you know what? People are gossiping about you becoming very, very lucky. You know what I'm seeing? You have, you are a person who is very loyal, very empathetic, very compassionate, and some people are noticing that, some people are appreciating that. But at the same time, what you have learned is how to protect your own heart. There was a time when you have been literally hurt by a lot of people, but today, this you are well aware of the fact that you cannot trust everybody, and every person in the street is not as well minded as you are. So you have learned to use your compassion and empathy with a healthy dose of caution, and people are noticing that you have grown wiser. They can no longer manipulate your emotions to use you. And people are also gossiping about that you have become very, very how shall I put it, a very lucky. Suddenly you have hit a jackpot, but that is not the case. I'm clearly seeing that people do not know the amount of hard work that you had to put in, the amount of difficulties, trials and tribulations that life had put you through before hitting this jackpot. The scenario I'm getting, you have gotten way luckier, but that is that came at a lot of cost, and people are gossiping about that. Like, you have become like, people are gossiping about how compassionate you are, how empathetic, how giving. You are known for your donations and charities today. Like, I'm seeing like a lot of donations, like a significant amount of you guys tend to donate things away and money away. Like, a significant amount of your income is getting donated away, and I'm seeing the result of that is significant as well. It's awesome. It's tremendous. Wheel of fortune, the wheels of fortune are turning in your favor. The wheels of fate are turning into wheels of fortune and in your favor. Now you are able to turn the wheels of fate in your favor at last. I'm seeing you being a person who has managed, and people are gossiping about that this is a person. I'm seeing a lot of transformation. That has been the key. Like, people from your past can no longer recognize this you have evolved a lot as a person. People are gossiping about, you know what, this person has a lot of stability, especially financially, in a earthy way, and they are respecting and appreciating the wealth. You are also in a state of attitude of gratitude, and people really notice that. People are gossiping about, like, I'm seeing abundance, and people are gossiping about that a lot of abundance has at last, has started kissing your feet at last. A lot of abundance is filling your life up at last, and people are gossiping. You are extremely justice driven. Like, you are somebody who always tend to stand up against injustices. A lot of you could be lawyers and related to the legal field, like lawyers, paralegals, then how shall I put it, legal advocates, then oh, what's the name, attorney, sorry, I just forgot the name. Or maybe you could be doing some kind of rights activism, animal rights activism. With this card, you could be like a strong Libra, a strong Aquarius, a very humane, LGBTQ rights activism. That kind of, some, like, you are somebody who tend to take a stand against the injustices that society tend to do to a lot of people, to a lot of things which are like out of the box. You know what, whenever things or somebody is not very predictable, not cannot be put in a compartment, people tend to talk about them. And today I am seeing that people are noticing the change. You know, people gossip about like how you have become a person who is standing up against all of these injustices. Wow, the nine of cups, this is a like a manifestation card. I'm seeing a lot of your wishes coming true, a lot of the things that people could never imagine. Out of all people, this person could succeed at achieving. You guys are achieving all that at last. You are a very strong person, emotionally, physically. You are a very strong person. I'm seeing especially mental strength. A lot of you could be Aries, Sagittarius. So Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, Aquarius. These are the, even Capricorn and Taurus and Virgo can be seen. So what I'm seeing is people are gossiping about like how great a manifester you are. You have literally manifested everything that they could only dream of. People also gossip about how strong. I'm seeing like you face the tribulations of life with a lot of grace. Yeah, that's the term. Instead of crying and cribbing and complaining, you face the trials and tribulations of life with a lot of grace. Three of Cups, you are a person who is like, you know, with this lizard heads, it tells me that the talking heads, people are gossiping about you a lot because you are celebrating life. You're hitting different milestones. I'm seeing you guys are hitting some major milestones in different aspects of life, and people are gossiping about it. People are talking about it. The Judgment card, you are a person who has at last, you are at last a person who is like, you know, there was a time when you used to like be bothered too much about what people would say, how people would react. But today you have become a free bird. At last you are a more of an independent, emancipated soul. You no longer care about people's judgment, and people are noticing like you no longer care. You are no longer a people pleaser. Yeah, that's the correct word. Okay, 19 and 20 back to back. So some, I'm seeing some major upgradation, especially financially. Maybe you're shifting to a better place, maybe you are upgrading to a better vehicle, and people are noticing that. People are really acknowledging that. 19 and 20 back to back, the Sun card, you are a very, like, I'm seeing a lot of achievement happening. You guys are becoming achievers at last, from wannabes to achievers, and people are gossiping. Like, there was a time when people used to talk about you as if like, you know, this is a person who has a lot of potential, but they are not really reaping the benefits of the potential that they were blessed with. But today you are a person who is reaping the benefits of all the potential that you have. You are a person who is literally, you are a person, you are that person who is all about your work, all about getting things done. There was a time when you used to be very procrastinating, to today you are a proactive person, very much in the go getter mode. Like, people are noticing this change. There was a time when you had this I'm not good enough syndrome, like the imposter syndrome as they call it. Today you are a person, if anybody can do it, I can do it too. So you have literally, from a like a kid having some potential, to somebody, an achiever, somebody who is like whom people tend to look up to, and people are talk about it. Also, people are talking about it, sorry. High Priestess, you guys, you know what, you are a person who has a very strong spiritual basis as well to you. You could be very much into meditation, or maybe some of you are known for your intuitions. I'm seeing spiritual healers. It might not be your profession, it could just be a side hustle, like an astrologer or a tarot reader, but maybe on the side for a lot of you. But you're very much interested into crystals, herbs, your natural intuitions. clairvoyant, claircognizance. Those are the things I can see. Reiki healing, but for most of you, it's probably not a professional thing, but on the side. All right, guys, I hope you like my content. If you like my content, guys, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Guys, your support means the world to me. So if you like my content, do support my channel. Thank you. Nine of Cups. Clearly, I'm seeing that you are somebody who is extremely, like, a lot of people are actually hankering for your attention today. People want, you make other people look really good, and that's what people are gossiping about. Like, oh my goodness, this person has had such a glow up in life that today, if we are being seen with them, then people will respect us more as their associates. People want to be associated with you. A lot of them want to be romantically involved with you as well. People call you the magician. Okay, one and two. All right, a lot of consecutive cards coming out. So, guys, you guys are going through some major upgradations in life for sure. Magician with this infinite opportunities and potential. What I'm seeing is people are gossiping about, like remember, the magician has all the four elements of nature: air, water, fire, and earth. And literally people are gossiping how you've used the natural elements of nature like a magic. You have changed your life and hence your destiny. What I'm seeing is a lot of you are very close to nature. Like, you tend to surround yourself a lot with nature, maybe a lot of gardens, maybe having a fountain, maybe having pets and animals around you, and seeing that is drastically and dramatically changing your life for the better. And people are, oh my goodness, gossiping about that for sure. The Fool 2 card. You are a person who is a fool 2 today. Who is a fool 2, by the way? A fool 2 is a person who is like, you have been a fool once, where you are gullible, where you listen to others, you didn't like, you would jump before thinking and then get hurt. So you were more risk friendly, but at the same time you have been hurt. You have been like more innocent and gullible. But fool 2 is somebody who would jump, but they know how to calculate the pros and cons of a situation before jumping. That's the positives of the Fool 2. And you have grown way wiser. You today also, you are not that risk averse, but you gauge, you measure the pros and cons. You are a better judge of human character because you've been disappointed earlier, and people are gossiping about that. I'm seeing a lot of manipulators are staying the heck away. Of course. All right. Queen of Swords. Manipulators tend to stay the heck away from you because they have realized that they can do nothing to convince you otherwise. You see right through their facade. You are that sarcastic, that person whom they cannot manipulate, twist, and turn at all. So that is another thing. Nine of Pentacles. You are a person, a lot of dreams are coming true. I'm seeing a lot of dream come true is happening for you. Nine of Pentacles today, you guys are fulfilling a lot of other people's dreams and desires for sure. Your commitment is being tasted. You are a person who is like, what, your commitment is being tasted. I'm seeing like you are a person who has literally, life has put you through a lot of like difficult circumstances where you felt maybe not tower moments, but you felt really disappointed. Especially, you have been dismayed by those people whom you once trusted, but you learned your lessons and moved on and have applied those lessons. And people talk about it that this is a person, yeah, who has awakened. You are a very grounded and awakened person. You tend to connect with nature, surround yourself with nature, and you are very deeply awakened and deeply, a very, you know high vibrational person. Yes, I'm seeing a lot of people, literally wanting to talk to you for a few moments because they know that can solve a lot of the problems that they are being put through today. Grow within your current situation. People also gossip about how wise you have become, way wiser. You are no longer, you're no longer like freaking out about the smaller, not so important things in life, because now you have become way more mature. You have grown up a lot. That's the glow up I'm seeing. Like you have become way more sorted and matured in life. People are gossiping like this is a person who today they are walking on a chosen path. Today they know where they're headed towards, where their life is headed towards. People understand that you have a sense of purpose. When you get up today, there is a sense of purpose, unlike the previous you who didn't know what to do with their life. But today, no longer so. Shift your perception. You are a person who has completely changed their perception. That, like, whatever people thought about them, that has changed. Today you are somebody who is way more upgraded. Magic guardian. Yeah, unlock the magic. Like, people literally feel that you have become a magician of your, like, alchemist of your own destiny. You have transformed your life with your own magical powers, with your own work ethics, with your own dedication. A lot of magical manifesting things that has happened. Like, I'm saying magic is happening in your life in all aspect, and people are gossiping about that. Your glow up is something that nobody expected, this kind of a glow up from, like, you of all people. Birthing a new age. Literally, I'm getting a lot of Aquarian vibes. A lot of you could be having a very strong Aquarian or air element in you. But literally, a lot of you have invested maybe into something like crypto, to AI, to machine learning, to automation, and that has given you some major breakthroughs in life. Be devoted and committed, Sage. You are a person who is extremely committed and extremely devoted and dedicated in life. Very, very disciplined and dedicated to whatever they do in life. That's what I'm seeing. Surround yourself with protective energy. This is a person, you have transformed yourself. People realize that this is a person who has been through a lot of transformation. At the same time, the people understand that there is a protective energy which is protecting you. It's your guardian angel, it could be your ancestral blessings, it can be anything, but somebody, some higher power that has been protecting you all along. People understand that. People gossip about it, that this is a person, they are so protected. Maybe people call you lucky as well, who knows. But I'm seeing it's really, it's your own good deeds that are actually helping you get this magic into your life, and people are amazed. Tiger, you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so. Literally, people are gossiping about your leadership, your natural leadership qualities. People, like, talk about how good a leader you are, how potent a leader you are. You are a natural leader. You tend to stand out wherever you go. Like, some people with their personalities tend to always very naturally stand out in the crowd. You, my dear pile number one, fall in that category, and people talk and gossip about that for sure. Kiwi, do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Literally, I'm seeing you are a person who tend to meditate a lot, who is very much focused on their meditation, who is very much focused about, like, their grounding exercise, meditation. All of these things are very, very important to you guys. High priest, intend and create. You, yeah, people gossip about how good a manifester you are. You guys are straight away fantastic, like magic manifestors. And people literally are noticing that about you. For sure, people are noticing that about you. Gorilla, take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. What I'm seeing is people appreciate the way in which you treat your family. People literally appreciate that, like how compassionate and nurturing and caring you are towards your family. People really are appreciative of that fact. That's what I'm seeing. Like, this is a person, you are not just very appreciative of your family, you are also very appreciative of your close friends. You are that friend which people tend to reach out to when they are in difficult, like in muddy water, murky water. Meditate and contemplate. A lot of you could be Pisces, and what I'm seeing is meditation and life in quiet contemplation is a thing that is, that is an integral part of your own life. That is an integral part of your own destiny, of your own life, and your own, how shall I put it, own identity. Meditation and life in quiet contemplation. You are not a person, no longer a person who is like a very social, like probably a lot of you I'm hearing, I'm so sorry, maybe social anxiety and stuff like that have affected you, plagued you in the past. But I'm seeing that you guys have slowly, you're getting out of that. Let them go. There was a lot of you have had a very disturbing, like difficult past, like something difficult, something that you're unable to let go of, but at last you have managed to do it, and people laud you for that. People understand that this is a person who has had a difficult past, but they do not carry around the baggage of it. Okay, you can manifest your every wish. Literally, this manifestation, magical manifestation capabilities is something that is coming out repeatedly for you, my dear. Pile number one. So, manifestation is the key to your life. I can see. Release your guilt. There was a time, as they say, if you say yes to too many people, you're saying no to your own self. So, those yes tend to come at your cost. So you better release. Like, whenever you would say, probably there was a time, whenever you would say no to somebody, you'd feel that guilt. Today, you have learned to release that guilt. You do not feel guilty for pampering yourself or saying yes to your own needs. That is another thing. Start a revolution. You guys have managed to revolutionize your life. You guys have managed to revolutionize a lot of things, which, like, seriously, you guys have managed to, you know, I'm seeing there is a complete change in you. You are a new person in a lot of ways. The way in which you think, not just the way in which you dress, but internally, a lot of internal change has happened. So, all right, guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. Guys, if yes, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste, guys. Your support means the world to me. Thank you. Hello, hello, pile two. Let's see what is the latest, like, what is the gossip about your latest glow up. Clearly, guys, with the owls and the sickle, I'm seeing that there has been a phase in your life where you literally felt like, almost like a tower moment. I don't know what is coming into the reading. Let's see, we'll see. But the thing is, you literally felt being uprooted. You had to uproot yourself. Maybe a lot of you said goodbye to some toxic people and toxic situations and had to restart a phase of your life. And that made you really grow as a person. That made you way wiser, like the owls. You have become way wise after going through some major debacle, some major situations where you had to say goodbye to a lot of your old relationships and situations, which made you grow up. We tend to count on those people, those, like the job that we had, but or the people that we had in our lives, to count to be able to depend during our difficult seasons. But they always don't turn out to be that great. Especially, you recognize the true faces of people when you're going through a hellhole, literally. And I'm seeing that hell, when you're walking through the hell, and you are literally, you get to see the real face of some people. You grow up, you have become way wiser, way more way more self-reliant, way more independent. I'm seeing what the glow up has done is it has made you grow wiser. You have become a more stoic, more observant, intelligent kind of a person. This version of you is who observes people, who is very good at finding out the opportunities that are there and pinpointing at the opportunities which are good for you. Life punches us in the gut. At the same time, life also gives us opportunities, but not every one of us are good at finding out those opportunities. But you, my dear pile number 2, are one of those people who are very good, who are very intelligent, very observant, and good at finding those opportunities. People think of you as like today you are at a position where you stand out in a positive way, stand out in the crowd. You have created your own direction, are self-made, and the world considers you to be fairly successful. You could tell me that, what, I've got this, that, and those other stuff that I need to achieve. I understand, but still people consider you to be successful, and that is a big feat in my humble opinion. I'm seeing that you guys achieving bigger success. Of course, with the 7 of Swords, there was a time when you felt like totally stuck, like this caged bird. You literally felt like a caged bird. You literally felt like a person who was nothing more than a caged bird, who does not want, who doesn't really have any independence. Literally, you felt like a prisoner in your own house, in your own job. You literally felt like a hostage in a lot of ways. Like, maybe a lot of you have survived narcissistic relationship, narcissistic, sorry, family situations. It could be like a narcissistic boss, it could be a very toxic scenario. A lot of you have been through that. I'm getting some emotional turmoil you had to face. Yeah, and you said goodbye. Yes. Wow, I love this kind of confirmations with that 8 of cups and that sickle card. Clearly you have said goodbye. You had to cut a lot of emotional cords. But once we come out of that muck, we naturally we tend to get a glow up, because we are no longer going through the tension day in and day out, and that is something that is showing on your face. That clearly, my dear pile number 1, is showing on your face. Sorry, my dear pile number 2, if you find attraction towards pile number 1, you could actually go back and check pile number 1 as well. But this is for pile number 2, that you guys have had to say goodbye to a lot of emotionally toxic scenarios, people, relationships where things were like really like a muck and people didn't care whether whether like how good you were. They didn't care, but you stood by them during their difficult time period. So that kind, like bullying, harassment, those kind of situation. Page of Swords, you are somebody today. You have transformed yourself into a person who is a go-getter, who would quietly observe a situation, who is very stoic, quietly observant, at the same time a go-getter, who always pushes their boundaries to be a better and more evolved version of their own selves. 7 of Wands, clearly people are gossiping about how strong you have become, how brave you are, how much you have faced in life, but you are still standing strong and determined. You are today a determined individual, very determined, very driven, very focused, knowing exactly what you want out of your lives. I mean, these are not easy feats to achieve. The Devil card, you are a person who is like the Devil card but in reverse. Okay. So what I'm seeing, almost you have had people around you who consciously wanted to pull you down. Maybe yours, I'm sorry to say, my dear pile number 2, for a lot of you, you grew up in such a family where you were the scapegoat, literally, and you didn't realize, covert emotional manipulations are such that you always tend to blame our own selves until and unless some massive fallout happens. And maybe in your case, probably you fell ill, probably you're going through some major difficulties in life, and that's the time when you realize that enough is enough, I can't carry on. But let me tell you, just be a little bit careful, because this situations can sabotage, this people can sabotage you even after that. I'm really getting that strong triangulation feeling, so beware of that. The magician card, clearly people like gossip about, like, you have literally recreated your life from scratch. You said goodbye. With this goodbye and this thing, what I'm seeing is you guys have literally recreated your life. You have recreated your well-being, your lifestyle, everything. You guys have recreated completely from scratch. You are today the Queen of Swords. You can see right through people's nonsense and manipulation, literally. Like just realize that you guys have grown up in a lot of manipulating scenarios. So today the tables have turned, and you have learned to identify the manipulators better. You know, there are, like, when something does not kill us, it makes us stronger. That is exactly what has happened to you. You have grown stronger and way wiser as an individual. You no longer care what others would say. You have become very sharp, extremely sarcastic towards, the manipulators tend to stay away from you, because you have faced so much in life. You have grown wiser. You are a very good mentor figure. People are talking about how good a mentor you have become. A lot of you could have become like a public speaker, maybe a therapist. Those kind of professions can be where you can directly reach out to people and talk to them. People going through crisis, and they can talk to you and listen to your survival story, your success story, becoming the survival guide for those people who are going through difficulties. People are gossiping about how far you have come in life, where you started your life at and where you are at today. Literally, they feel you hold the key to your destiny. Yeah, people also gossip about how good you have become with money, in making money, saving money, investing money, in every department related to money. You guys have become excellent, like the par excellent in that. Okay, Knight of Wands, Page of Swords, and Knight of Wands. Clearly, I'm seeing, like, you know, in this phase, it almost feels like you had two lives. One before you said goodbye, and one after that, where you are the Page of Swords, Knight of Wands. I'm typically, you're raring to go. You're raring to achieve. You're raring to go and crush your goals each and every single day of your life. You are literally crushing your goals every single day of your life, and that is exactly what is happening for you. And that is a massive thing to happen, by the way. Seven of Wands. You are a person. Today I'm seeing, like, you have transformed yourself. Earlier you were more like, when once we get into some kind of narcissistic situations, we tend to become too accommodative, turn ourselves into a doormat. But today you've learned to stand up and speak up for your own self. Stand your ground and speak your own truth with absolute clarity, with no second thought. You guys are speaking your own truth with absolute clarity today. Wheel of Fortune. You know what? I'm seeing that you guys have literally managed to turn the wheels of fate into wheels of fortune in your favor. Literally, the wheels of fate have turned in your favor today. You have achieved so much in life that today it doesn't really matter. You number 10 in tarot, it shows a new beginning. You have had a fresh new start at life. You guys have literally managed to achieve a lot in life today, and people are gossiping like this is a person who came from nowhere, who literally started from a negative, because you literally lost everything. Remember, from there you guys are doing really really great. People are also gossiping about your impeccable work ethics. Okay, in your circle you're known for your work ethics, your drive, your, like, your the courage to push forward. the energy and the passion that you bring on table, and people really really they admire you. They don't, people gossip about us when we are doing well mostly. So people are talking about you because you're doing really really well. 21 world, your world has been transformed into a better version of yourself. You have transformed, you have managed to transform your world into a better, much upgraded version of your own self. Shed old skin. You are like the snake who has shedded the old skin, the old you, the one that needed regeneration and rejuvenation. You have rejuvenated yourself. You have left your past behind, and you're no longer carrying the baggage of that. And I'm seeing like you guys went through some major, almost tower moment like situations, and you have literally uprooted yourself from those things, those situations, like a snake shades its skin, and now you are a new and transformed version. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. You are a person who has literally shifted shapes, who has literally transformed themselves into a much upgraded version of their own selves. You know what people really like about you, really admire about you, is you believe in the impossible. To you, impossible is nothing. You believe in your, in the, like, even when you're going through difficult situation, then also you believe that things are going to turn around in your favor. And that's exactly what has happened. Journey, daughters of our mother, workers of the unknown, take with you on this journey all that you own. What I'm seeing is you guys have, like, people see you as, like, as those examples who have created their own way in their life. You are a person who has literally managed to create their own way in life. You are a person who has literally, you're always out of your comfort zone. People really admire that. People gossip about, like, this is a person, they're always working. Either they are busy upgrading their skills, or they're busy improving their own selves, or earning more money, or helping someone. Like, you're always stepping up a little bit. You are always doing a little extra, stepping out of your comfort zone all the time. That is something that people really talk about. Like, this is a person who is no longer wallowing in self pity. This is a person who has been through a lot, but today they are a much evolved version. That's the gossip. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. I'm literally like, a person, you have become a person who is very good a leader. You have a lot of good leadership qualities about you. It's only a good leader who can see things from a higher perspective, and you have become that person today. Follow the voice of your soul. You are a person who has literally followed the voice of their soul, and who have literally transformed their lives into a much upgraded version. You are literally that person, you know what is right for you, and you are not scared to talk about it. If you feel deeply and very strongly about certain things, earlier you probably would hold yourself back a little bit, thinking that whether that can irk some people, that can make some people unhappy. This you no longer care. You just speak up about, like, whatever is happening, whatever is bothering you, you just talk about it. Enjoy success and happiness. I'm seeing that you are that person. You are the kind of person who literally enjoy, who is literally going through, who is in a very happy zone today. You are in, like, in the current moment, most of you are pretty happy. Happiness, as they say, is a very transient form of being. More satisfied and peaceful and stable state of being. You're glad that you've been able to make it this far. A, secondly, you're also enjoying the success that you have today. You're enjoying the success at last. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. You are a person who who has very strong instincts. You are a person who has very strong instincts, who knows what is right and wrong for you. You who knows what is like decent and what is not for you. You are a person who knows, like, earlier you, like, your instincts were always very strong. Maybe you have said certain things about to certain people, like, you know what, you probably should be doing this, or maybe you shouldn't be doing that, or maybe you would do great if you did this, and people would laugh at you. But when they once applied the predictions that you gave, like, your gut feelings, your hunches, your instincts are very strong. People started realizing that this is a person whose gut feelings are very strong. So if you feel strongly about something and you say it to somebody, people now listen to that. People talk about it, that this is a person. Maybe a lot of you could be like a clairvoyant, claircognizance, those kind of things could also be seen from here. Okay, surrender to the divine. Yeah, people like you guys, you know what, guys, when you go through difficult facets in life, phases in life, that's the time when we tend to come closest to divinity. That's a given. Like, you were going through the darkest and the harshest phase of your life. That was the time when you realize the importance of divine connections. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in your case, that you guys have become a way better version of yourself only after you went through so much of harsh, like, after you left that battle, after you chose your own peace, you surrendered yourself to the divine. And people talk about it, that this is a person who has 100%, 100% surrendered themselves in the divine. They believed in the impossible, and that's why that impossible, which we thought once was impossible, is actually becoming possible in their life. There was a time when your life was totally hopeless. To today, you are the ray of hope for a lot of people. Stay grounded and rooted. You are a person who is extremely rooted, very grounded, extremely earthy kind of a person. Very rooted, very regimented, very focused about their life, very like workaholic. Of course, I'm getting repeatedly a lot of you guys are actually workaholics, because it's your work that gave you the sense of purpose. So you today, this you do not want to lose that sense of purpose that your work once gave to you. So that is another thing that I can see. Prosperity lies ahead. Yeah, you know what, people feel the gossip is, this is a person who is meant for bigger things. That's what people are gossiping about, that this is a person who has come a long way in their life. They have endured a lot, they have become wiser, they have become bolder, they have become way more evolved, and now they deserve a lot more prosperity. They are getting, like, seeing a lot of you could be like attached with social media, and those things are gonna give you major returns in life for sure. Okay, Emu, this is a good time to go on a new adventure. You are a person that you have transformed yourself. Earlier, you who was more unsure of themselves, which happens with narcissistic abuse or a very toxic past, that you are very unsure and lacked in the confidence department. Today, a lot of you have become way more adventurous, meaning maybe going out on solo trips, maybe taking to adventure sports, participating in marathons, things that people normally can't think of doing. You guys are doing those. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. I'm seeing that literally when life is, you have this attitude that people gossip about, that when life threw lemons at them, they made a lemonade out of it. When the wind is very strong, instead of building a wall, this person would, construct a windmill. What that shows is you have, like, whatever comes your way, you always tend to become like very positive, tend to be a very positive person, who only tend to look at the positive side of life. Like, even if it's a lemon, I'd rather make a lemonade rather than sitting there and crying and cribbing about it and complaining about it. You're that kind of a person, and people gossip about it. All right, You can always rewrite your story. People gossip about the fact that you guys have totally rewritten your story on your own terms, mind you. You have rewritten your story on your own terms. It's your life, and you have managed and decided to make it big and large. Confidence, it comes with time and practice. I am seeing that you guys have become way more confident and determined. You guys have become way more diligent, confident, and determined today. Be your own first priority. You know what? You have realized that, you know, I need to prioritize myself in order to expect others. Like, instead of expecting from others that others would do this, this, and this for me, I need to prioritize myself, my own self. And that is exactly what you have been doing. And people are noticing that about you. So, all right, Pile 2, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, guys, please, please, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Guys, your support means the world to me. So if you like my content, please support my channel. Thank you. Namaste.